What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammett, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how some narcissists and toxic people will blame you for the things that they do to you, including putting their hands on you. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for more. You'd be surprised how often this happens in toxic relationships, where they will physically harm you and then immediately try to play the victim and cry and beg and plead and ask for help, and you end up consoling them. Doing my one-on-one coaching and whatnot, I've talked to quite a few people who have experienced very, very similar things. One woman told me she even thanked the man for not unaliving her and like put ice and stuff on his hand. Typically, narcissistic people, toxic people, whoever you're dealing with, violent people, whoever you're dealing with, will play the victim after putting their hands on you and things like that. They will make you feel like it's your fault for them doing it. Look what you made me do. My hand hurt, please help me. And then you end up helping them. Typically because you're in a trauma bond or you just in absolute shock of what's actually happened to you. So does that person need help? Yes, absolutely, but not from you. You can't help that person. Just forgiving that type of person only makes it worse. The behaviors don't get better after that. If they put their hands around here, they will take you out of here. So welcome back. That little thing right there, there was a trend on TikTok with that sound right there. That's a trend on TikTok where people are pretty much exposing themselves for things that they things that they feel ashamed of, that they feel like the narcissist or toxic person that they've dealt with has gotten away with. You know what I mean? So if you're dealing with, and this, like I said in the video, it happens more times than you think. Like that was like I do my one-on-ones and things over Zoom. I'm still doing those. The link is in the description for that. But I've heard that more times than I've expected to hear that. One of the very first people I spoke with, her name was Amanda. I've told her story. Her story's on my page, on my live chats. Very, very similar situation. She, the narcissistic person that she dealt with, started putting his hands on her for pretty much like he was giving her the silent treatment. She asked why, and then all of a sudden he just exploded on her, jumped on her, started putting his hands on her and stuff like that. And she thought she was about to get unalived, right? She thought she was about to go to meet her maker and stuff like that. So she had pretty much prayed, and then when he stopped beating on her or whatever, she's like, you know what I did, Lee, when he got up off me? I was like, what did you do? She was like, I sat in his lap and I hugged him and I kissed him and I thanked him for not unaliving me. I thanked him for sparing me, and I got some ice and stuff like that and put it on his hand, all kinds of stuff. Narcissistic people, especially the violent ones, typically will try to play the victim because he started crying, of course. They'll start crying and saying things like, well, look at you, you made me do this, I'm not like this, I need help, rabble. They'll make you feel guilty for, of course they know they've done something bad. Certain people just like, do they not know that they've done something bad? No, they know that they've done something bad, which is why they cry and start to blame you and start to pretend to be guilty. Sometimes in situations like that, where they'll put their hands on you, or they'll do something heinous to you, cheat on you, lie to you, whatever, they'll say it's your fault. They'll make you take responsibility for what they have done to you, and they'll blame you as well. They'll blame you for whatever they've done to you. They just will. It happens more times than not, y'all. And so many people, I think one of the biggest regrets that a lot of people I speak to have is that the narcissistic person has put their hands on them, has done something, and they end up apologizing for it. I'm sorry I made you get that way. I'm sorry I made you do that. I'm sorry I made you cheat on me. I'm sorry I made you put your hands on me and things like that. And then they don't get in trouble at all, especially with the domestic stuff, especially when they put their hands on you. They don't get in trouble because you don't tell, because you assume responsibility for it. And typically, it happens again. And typically, when it happens again, it gets worse. It doesn't get better. That's why I try to tell people this so much, that once they put their hands on you, it doesn't get better. That should be the end of the relationship as safely as possible. But because it just doesn't get better, y'all. I'm keeping it real. So many people try to stay because they think it's just a one-time thing, but then it becomes a consistent thing. And because this is not me victim blaming. Let me preface this by saying this is not me victim blaming, because you don't tell anybody, because for whatever reason, safety, whatever reason, you don't tell people. That narcissist or toxic person will end up leaving you for someone else, and then you'll try to tell. because you'll be mad. You'll be like, oh, I forgave this person for this. I didn't report you for this. And then now you left. So if you tell now, after the relationship is over with, people might not believe you. Let's just keep it real. They might not believe you because they think you're being petty. They think you're being bitter and jealous because now you want to tell it because they found somebody else, because they seem happy with somebody else. Now you want to tell what's going on. Now you want to tell what happened and things like that. And y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm a real estate agent in North Carolina, so I'm out here showing the house. That's why I'm outside. I was like, let me shoot my videos today outside with a new backdrop and stuff like that. So if you're ever dealing with a narcissistic person, and it happens, like I said, y'all, they'll have you taking responsibility. It's not just the domestic stuff out there. It's not just them putting their hands on you. They'll have you taking responsibility for them lying to you, for them cheating on you, for them, whatever they've done to you. They'll have you taking responsibility and blaming yourself for it. And the more you do it, the more you convince yourself it is your fault. The more you I tell people, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, you let them talk too much. Because once they get to talking too much, or you let them express some kind of weird emotions in front of you, like after they hit you, they start crying and making it seem like they are the actual victim in the circumstance. I can't believe I did that to you. I'm going to go unalive myself. I'm done. I have no reason to live. I can't believe I hurt you. It hurts me more than I hurt you, than you're actually hurting for me doing what I did to you. You see right there, I know a lot of y'all have probably heard that excuse, that it hurts them more to know that they hurt you. But did it hurt them while they were doing it? No. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but y'all know I got to keep it real, y'all. Y'all, if y'all been with me since the beginning, or y'all just recently followed me, I started this channel back in 2020, and I've gotten realer and realer and realer because I want to help more people. And I can't help people by being nice to them and trying to coax them out of toxic situations. Ben Taylor, Raw Motivations, told me a statistic the other day. He said if they put their hands around your throat, they are 700% more likely to unalive you. So if they ever put their hands around your throat, and not in a passionate way in the bedroom, in a way that they're trying to suffocate you, stop your breathing. If they ever put their hands around your throat and stop your breathing, they might take you out of here. And that doesn't get better. Those people are dangerous because sometimes they snap and they can't control what they're doing, and they might send you to meet God, and you don't want to go meet God early because you're dealing with a toxic person. And here they go. Imagine them unaliving you, and then making it seem like they are in more pain because they did it to you. You know what I mean? Make it seem like they are hurting more because they did that to you than you are hurting while they were actually doing it to you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, this is kind of it right here, y'all. Because the toxicity just doesn't go away, y'all. And typically it doesn't get better over time either. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. And there's me personally, I think when they put their hands on you, that should be the end of it. But so many people want, like, what if they go to therapy? Can they get better? Can they manage their anger issues and things like that? I'm typically gonna say no, y'all. Like, just because it's like a lot of therapy, y'all, a lot of work. I know people just want to stay in relationships and because y'all love them. I get that, but love can only get you so far, y'all. It can absolutely only get you so far. So anyways, y'all, my client is about to show up here in the next few seconds. I have to hop off this thing. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all, because as much as y'all say y'all learn from me, I promise you I'll learn more from you. See y'all in Toronto, Canada on November the 19th. Link is in the description, narcavengers.com/Toronto. See you there. Mental Illness is out. Peace.